The next one that we have here is conflict. So your family of origin teaches you like how to deal with conflict, like how to express your anger, what are appropriate or inappropriate ways to express your anger. If conflict resolution, if that is even a thing, like figuring out how to resolve things, all of that. How do you feel like that impacts your dating life?
Shit, I feel like it's still impacting me now. Conflict resolution skills was not a pride. It was not something that I saw a healthy model for, I guess. From, I said, a lot of arguing, a lot of passive aggressiveness, growing up. And for me, I learned to shut down. So I was just, you can't get mad at me because I didn't do nothing. So in order for me not to do nothing, I'm in the corner. I'm chilling. I'm in my room. I can't get in trouble I'm in my room. I couldn't do nothing. So I think that for me, I learned to shut down because I feel like I couldn't express like any frustration. I can't, you can't tell your parents they wrong. You can't. And if you articulate yourself well and make points, then you've been a smart ass. So it's like, fuck it. I can't. I'm over here. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get it. So I just shut down. I disengage. And I think that's something that I've taken I've taken on throughout my life. In the sense of I just get to the point where it's really hard for me to get angry. I usually have to keep it calm, try to keep calm and collected at all times, as much as possible. And if I start feeling uncomfortable, I remove myself because I don't like this. I don't like that feeling. So, and that, I think that came from my experiences growing up and just seeing a lot of how the conflict, how much conflict I saw and how it was resolved. And it just, it's a lot of screaming and a lot of yelling. And I was like, I don't like it. I don't want to be involved with this shit. I don't want to be part of this shit. Don't bring me into it. I don't want to hear it. The best way I could do that is for me not to be here.
I get that. I would say I probably have a similar approach. The only difference I would say is that I do have a breaking point. Like I do have a okay, I can take it, or okay, I can disengage. I can shut down. I cannot, not actively participate in this or not get upset with this. But there is going to come a point where I'm like, okay, and now I've taken all that I can take. I have stored and not engaged and not done anything. And now I'm going to say something. And the thing that I'm going to say is going to be either the thing that I'm going to say or the action that I'm going to take is probably going to seem grand in comparison to what that final offense was. Maybe you did something that was small this time.
So it's it's disproportionate.
It's disproportionate. Thank you. I cannot think of the word. It may seem like you did something small this time, but I remember all the other times that you did something equally as small that have pissed me off, that I didn't engage with. I tried to let go. I tried to not engage or say anything. And so now I'm going to explode. And I feel like that has not been true in my dating life because I've had the good fortune of picking partners who also don't like conflict and are not interested in
conflict
engaging.
Avoidant,
Pretty conflict avoidant and do a lot of work to keep the peace. And we're also compatible, right? We really don't have anything to fight about. I don't know. And even when I think back to my parents' argument, I'm like, this shit was not worth fighting over. Y'all arguing over paper towels. Who left the paper towels on the counter? Who didn't refill it? That's not a worthwhile argument. But often, which is true in all relationships, the argument isn't about the thing. This thing is a representative, a whole for some other larger issue, right? It's not that you didn't put the paper towels back. It's that you don't participate in taking care of the household. And this is an example of that. And I'm tired of you doing that shit. And now I'm going off on the paper towel.
It's a symptom.
Yes.
And what did we see it together? We heard it together. Something. It was most arguments about in a relationship is about the same thing deep down, but we only address the symptoms of it. So like to your point, like you didn't change out the toilet paper after you use it, and then and you constantly have the same arguments over and over because you never address the real issue, which is I feel like you don't do shit for the house.
Yeah. So I feel like that, I don't remember where I was going, but I don't feel like I've had that issue of like reaching the point of exploding in relationships,
right?
Because typically we're compatible. The person also doesn't enjoy conflict. And so if we are going to have a conflict or if there's an issue to be solved, it can be solved in a civil way. And I don't have to get to the point of exploding.
That's true. I don't do anything that I'm aware of that pushes her there.
No. You would have seen it already.
That's true. And I don't, not on me. No.
I feel like you'll explode back, so it would not be good for us.
Nah, I don't know if I'll explode back.
You think you would shut down?
Probably. Yeah. And like my explosion would be like I disappear. Like
you leave? I'm
gone. I'm out. And then maybe once I cool down, I could kind of explain to you like this is I've been pissed off about this and this, like to your point. But like I don't think I have an explosion point like outwardly in a sense. So I feel like my shit builds up, my anger builds up, and then once I do that, I'm like, all right, I need to remove the thing that's causing me to feel this.
And it's me.
I gotta put separation between me and that because you represent this feeling. I don't, that's not what I'm trying to do.